Now I know it's been a minute, I'm sorry, but I have to prioritize my teaching job above everything else. To my regular job and my weekend job, I work 60 hours a week, so it's kind of hard to find time to do YouTube videos. At least that's what I have to tell myself, or else the $60,000 in student loan debt would not be worth it. So yeah, I kind of should prioritize my master's degree and my teaching job a little bit more. I don't know. But regardless, we're here today to go over all the passive income that I got from my dividend portfolio in February 2024. Before we get into all that, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Like 95% of people that watch my videos aren't subscribed, so I'd greatly appreciate it if you did. Hopping into my portfolio value, as you can see on the day, I am up $400 or about 1%. On the week, we're up $260 or about 0.8%. On the 1 month, we were actually up $900 or about 3%. The last 3 months, we were up $1,900 or about 7-ish%. Year to date, we were up $1,800 or again 6%. And over the last year, we were up $4,500 or about 17%. And then all time, we were up $6,500 or about 27-ish%. That is insane, but please keep in mind that I have been investing over the past 3.5 years consistently every single week. So this didn't just happen overnight. I have been working so hard at this portfolio for the past 3.5 years, and I am extremely happy about this. But remember, this is just on paper. This means nothing because I can't actually sell out of this position if I want to keep the passive income. So while it is cool to look at this return, again, I cannot sell out of this position, so it almost kind of means nothing, but not really. It's still cool to have that return. In February, I got a total of 13 dividend payments. The first one being from AT&T. At the time, I had 17 shares and they're paying 27 cents per share, which gave me $4.72. Honestly, I have been holding on to AT&T because they're still a pretty solid dividend stock. Even though they did cut their dividend yield in half, they are slowly recovering and I'm almost break even right now. But I still kind of like them as a telecommunications network. I'm not too sure about selling out of AT&T when they go to my break even price. I think I do still want to hold on to them just a little bit longer to see how they perform down the road. The second dividend payment that I got was from OKE. At the time, I had 10 shares and they're paying 99 cents per share, which gave me $9.90. I haven't bought any more OKE for the time being just because honestly, I haven't been thinking about them. They have given me a great return so far, and I think I'm just going to hold on to my position for the time being. The third dividend payment that I got was from Verizon. They're in the same boat as AT&T. I don't think I want to sell out of them just yet. But anyways, at the time I had 15.94 shares and they're paying 66 cents per share and I got $10.60. Both AT&T and Verizon are still solid dividend stocks, so I don't know if I want to sell out of them just yet. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Moving on to the fourth dividend payment that I got was from EPD. At the time I had 28.59 shares and they're paying 51 cents per share, which gave me $14.72. EPD is a company that I want to invest more into in the future. They are going up slowly right now, so I don't know if it's a good time to buy in. Well, it's never quote unquote a good time to buy in, but I do think EPD is at an all-time high or going to an all-time high recently. So hopefully I get a chance to buy into them relatively soon because I am really bullish on EPD. The next dividend payment that I got was from Homa Foods. They are now my biggest loser. I was so bullish on them for a very long time, but now honestly I have no idea. But at the time I had 31 shares. They were giving 28 cents per share, which gave me $8.96. I do still like Homa Foods. I have stopped buying them ever since they started going down. I stopped dollar cost averaging into them. I think I just want to hold on to them until they break even, and I probably will end up selling out of them because I now have Pepsi and Coca-Cola in my stock portfolio. I then got a dividend payment from Really Income. At the time I had 38 shares and they were paying 25 cents per share, which gave me $9.75. I was buying a lot of Really Income over the past 3 months. I did stop buying about a month ago because I am more focused on SCHD at the moment, but still an amazing REIT that's going to be a dividend aristocrat and dividend king very soon. Hopefully they're bottoming out right now and they're going to come back up, but for the time being I am really comfortable with my position. The next dividend payment that I got was from Main Street Capital. Just like EPD, I'm really interested in investing more into Main Street Capital, but at the time I had 11.45 shares and they're paying 24 cents per share, which gave me $2.75. Again, because I am so focused on SCHD at the moment, I haven't bought anything else, but Main Street Capital and EPD are definitely on my radar. The next dividend payment that I got was from Apple. At the time, I had 11.82 shares and they're paying 24 cents per share, which gave me $2.84. Apple is kind of like one of those things where it's like a no-brainer, but a lot of people have actually been saying they're selling out of Apple more recently. I know that they're getting sued right now, but I honestly see that as a great time to buy in because they're down overall, I think like 10 or 15% on the year, which is insane. That never happens for Apple. I don't think that it's going to be a constant for them. I think this is a once-in-a-lifetime chance to buy in, actually. They're actually only like $10 away from when I bought into them about 3 or 4 years ago. I mean, I'm literally using my MacBook to edit these videos and film with my iPhone. And then I got paid from Costco. If you remember last video, I got a special dividend from Costco. I think it was like $45 or something like that. But they did their normal dividend payment this quarter and I made $4.29. At the time, I had 4.2 shares and they're paying $1.02 per share. Costco has been my biggest return so far. This last month alone, I think I'm up overall like 3 or 4% on the month. They're almost beating my return with Microsoft, which is pretty crazy to think about. I'm always going to be bullish on Costco, just like I'm always going to be bullish on Apple. The next 2 dividend payments are going to be the last ones in my Robinhood portfolio. But the first one was from Starbucks. At the time, I had 18.09 shares, and they're paying 57 cents per share, and that paid me $10.31. I'm not going to talk too much about Starbucks. They're very controversial at the moment. You can have your opinion on them, but I have not bought any more stock of Starbucks just for the time being, and I don't plan on buying any more anytime soon. The last dividend payment that I got in my Robinhood portfolio was SPHD. At the time, I had 62.31 shares, and they're paying 14 cents per share, which gave me $9.06. SPHD was the first stock that I bought in this portfolio. A lot of people prefer SCHD, which I'm buying into right now, but I don't mind having SPHD either. And the last two dividend payments that I got were actually in my public portfolio. The first one was from Jeppy. I think I have like 20-ish shares of Jeppy, which gave me $4.04. And then from QYLD, I made an extra $6.86. Both of these stocks are really high dividend paying stocks, about 10%, and that's monthly. I started my public portfolio to actually document my journey on building like a more aggressive dividend portfolio. I was negative overall for about a year and a half. I just recently actually got positive with QYLD and Jeppy both. So I'm up overall like $200 or $300, and I'm actually getting like $14, as we can see, every single month from them. It's honestly crazy to think if you put a couple $100,000 in a portfolio with these two stocks, you could be making like a couple $1,000s a month. But again, that's extremely risky. That's the reason why I did this portfolio in the first place. But it's something cool that I have. I think I'm just gonna hold on to it for the time being. All right, that means for the month of February 2023, after I added everything up, I made $100.38 between all 13 dividend payments that I got. That brings my running total for 2024 to $214.78. And my running total overall for all the dividend payments that I have gotten for the past 3.5 years is at $1,917.38. That is all reinvested back into the portfolio to help it grow even faster. But looking at my spreadsheet here, it's pretty crazy to think that I started at one point with only like $1,000, and now I'm currently at like $30,000 in my portfolio. So it's pretty exciting to see what I can do and I can accomplish with my new salary and my new businesses that I have going on. I have been prioritizing them a lot recently, so I hope to make at least one video regarding dividend portfolios and dividend stocks, but I do love making these videos. And that's how much money I made in February 2024. The portfolio is only going to continue to grow up from here. And because TikTok might be banned soon, why don't you go ahead and subscribe here? It would help me out a lot if TikTok were to get banned. But that's all I have for y'all this week. I'll catch you next week. Peace.